Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a reminder, I do every video in English and Spanish, and the degree theory is based on modern Western astrology using the Placidus house system. In today's video, I wanted to discuss with you the horoscope of 2026 for the sign of Capricorn. Now, a couple of things. This is a general overview, right? Nothing replaces a personal one-on-one consultation on your natal chart with an astrologer, but at least it will give you like the general energies for 2026. One thing though, if your rising sign is from 23 to 29 degrees of Capricorn, maybe you might need to see the Aquarius video as well, because maybe the houses don't jive exactly with your natal chart. So you might have to do a combination of both videos, the Capricorn and the Aquarius. So let's get started with Uranus for Capricorn rising. For Capricorn rising, Uranus is in Gemini and it will transit from 0 to 5 degrees. So this has to do with your sixth house. Sixth house has to do with work, with daily routines, with health, let me see what else. Pets as well. Sixth house is also pets. So there, anywhere where Uranus is, any house that it transits, it brings changes to those houses. So there could be sudden changes at work, or with your coworkers, or maybe like the actual physical workspace that you work at. Maybe you have to move offices, right? You have to change. Maybe your office is at the front and you have to go to the back, or one of those, right? They can move you. Or you may be interested in changing jobs as well. Now, sixth house is lateral moves. It won't be a promotion. Maybe you change from one department to another department. Even if you go to work for another company, it will be pretty much a lateral move. Careful with your pets, because sixth house also rules pets, because one of them, for example, can leave through during a thunderstorm. You know, thunder, lightning, that's Uranus. Or a new pet may just suddenly show up in your front yard. You know, pets have a way of doing that. They just show up. You find a stray kitten or you find a stray puppy, and they're, you just keep them. With Uranus here, there could be new technology at work. Maybe you're having a new operating system put in. Oh my God, what do they call that when you have it like, it used to be called like mainframe, but they don't call that now, where you have, like Workday come in, or some kind of computer program that you have to learn at work, because they're, for example, transitioning from one accounting system to another, for example. Uh, you're using desktop QuickBooks and now you got to do online QuickBooks, which is completely different. So, health, a sudden ailment can come up and then it can disappear. You can have changes in your health routine, exercise routine as well. Just make sure and consult your primary doctor, your PCP. And also slow down in your decision-making process, because you can become very impulsive at work. If Mars is fast, Uranus is even faster, right? It's all of a sudden you become very impulsive. And since it's in the sixth house, it's at work. Now, Jupiter is in your seventh house for the first part of the year, from January 1st through June 30th. And it will transit 15 degrees to 29 degrees of Cancer. So for those of you that are single, this is a time when you can potentially meet someone who is marriage material, or long-term relationship material. Or if in business, you can meet a new business partner, or maybe you can get legal counsel, like a new lawyer, right? If you are already married, then the relationship gets better. There's more opportunity with your spouse. It can also indicate that good things can happen to your spouse as well. Then on July 1st, Jupiter goes into your eighth house. So this is a very good time for investments and saving money. So this is something that Capricorn likes to hear, because Capricorn is a planner, right? But that means that you could also be spending a lot of money. And Jupiter now is upside down. There we go. Let's fix these. There. So this, you may also be wanting to spend a lot of money because, you want to buy a luxury item or something like that. This could also mean that there's a good time for inheritances, or your partner's financials, their finances can be doing really well. Joint finances can increase. Intimacy can also be nice, very well. Um, if you want to have a baby, then this is a wonderful aspect because eighth house rules pregnancy. So practice, practice, practice. But if you don't want to get pregnant, make sure that you take the necessary precautions so this does not happen. All right, so for Capricorn, you have Saturn ingressing in Aries on February 15th, 2026 again. And it will stay there for the whole year. And it will transit from 0 degrees to 14 degrees of Aries. Now, Saturn is in your fourth house, and any transits to the angles of the chart, first, fourth, seventh, and 10th, then these can be difficult because this is a square, right? This is a square. So this can bring responsibility for taking care of parents, because fourth house are your parents, the physical structure of your home or your apartment. You can maybe, if you bought a house, now you're feeling the responsibility of buying that house. It was all excitement. It was great, until you realize you have to make the first payment of 360 more payments, and that can feel a little scary. Maybe you can buy another home, or you can remodel the one that you're currently in. A woman from the past can come back into your life. Eh, let's see, because this is in opposition to the 10th, your career or job can actually get affected because of your duties, your family duties, right? The familial duties that you need to do. Your career can suffer. Now, Neptune in Aries for Capricorn rising, Neptune in Aries will ingress on January 27th, 2026. The degrees that will be affected will be 0 to 4 degrees of Aries. And remember that this transit is going to stay there for 14 years, and it will be affecting your fourth house. Neptune is creativity, art, artistic talents. So when you apply it to the fourth house, you can be beautifying your home, redecorating with new furniture, maybe new art, new paintings. You can purchase a property near water, or maybe waterfront. Or it can be that your house gets flooded as well. God forbid your pipes can burst, in winter, right? They can freeze and burst. So consider buying flood insurance. And also Neptune can mean losing your home as well. All right, and then for Capricorn rising, Pluto is transiting your second house. And second house is money, it's assets, it's what we value, what we eat. It's the money that you make from the job that you do. So the way you make money will change. You can get another job or make more money. You can become wealthy or go bankrupt. Yeah, Pluto is like the extremes, right? You can be uber rich or you can go and go into bankruptcy. Since the natural ruler of the second house is Venus, and if this Pluto is aspecting your Venus, you can become obsessed with a love interest, like a fatal attraction type. Very intense, so keep in mind and don't scare the other person away. What you value can also go through a deep transformation. Maybe in the past you valued possessions at one time because Capricorn can be pretty materialistic. Like, they collect things, they want expensive things. Like you want an expensive house, a flashy car. But now you may be wanting more time with family or your kids, or just some freedom to do what you want to do. So, Capricorn, this is your horoscope for 2026. I hope this information is useful to you. If so, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and send this information to somebody else that it may help. As always, if you would like a chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.